Use both hands to thoroughly mix the butter and flour, then add an appropriate amount of milk and sugar. Once the dough has formed, add the sliced potatoes and truffles. Brush with egg wash and bake until golden brown. And just like that, a delicious pastry is complete. As the head chef of the Duke's mansion, Kenny is very strict about every dish he prepares. On this day, he faced the most important moment of his career. The guests dining at the Duke's mansion were of special status. All noblemen and aristocrats who had come specifically for the meal. If he could pass their evaluation, he would become a prestigious royal chef. This seemingly ordinary pastry was specially crafted by him for these guests who indulged in excessive eating and drinking. Not only was it delicious, but also served to stimulate appetite and aid digestion. However, after the meal, the examiner's evaluation dealt him a heavy blow. He never imagined that people in the palace never ate potatoes or truffles. In their eyes, all foods dug from the ground were embodiments of disease and evil. Only starving commoners and beasts would consume them. He knew that what they were saying was nonsense, but he dared not speak up to refute them. However, the guests began to mock him without restraint. The Duke who had recommended him was also suffering just as much, but he glared fiercely at the examiner who had started this farce. Kenny was expelled from the Duke's mansion for refusing to apologize. He would rather lose this high-paying job than apologize to those disrespectful fools. Yet for over a decade, he had regarded the royal chef as his lifelong pursuit, and that once-held belief had now completely collapsed. Disheartened, he returned to his hometown with his son. However, the appearance of a woman once again reopened the deep wounds buried in his heart.